Alrighty. You like that? I like my hair. There's some new body wash, and it's body wash and shampoo, 2-in-1 there, kind of shit. Men's care or something. I don't know. It's good shit. I like the hell out of it. Tell you something else I goddamn bought. One of those fucking, what are they called? Called a loofah? That's probably not right. That don't sound right. One of those goddamn spongy things that goddamn women use to wash themselves off with. Uh, I remember when I was younger. I guess my stepmom had one. I put soap in it. And I always remember those motherfuckers hold the soap, dude, like so much better than a goddamn washcloth. So I fucking bought one the other day. I love that damn thing. Hmm. Uh, so yeah, I got a washcloth in there I wash my ass with. I use that damn thing to wash my body off with. One fucking, well, about a goddamn squirt and a half fucking soap on that thing. And it's like it's never ending, dude. Never ending fucking soap coming out of it. Yeah, it's awesome. uh, good shit. um, so I want to talk about my heart, how my heart's opening up very well. I noticed it. Went through some darkness, confusion, and stuff, just like normal, just like all the other chakras every time. Cleaning shit out, dealing with the evil and corruption, whatever. Lots of shit in there. So, but it's opening up good. I'm starting to feel into things better. I'm able to eat food and still feel into things. And when I say eat food, I've been eating a lot of food, buddy. I'm getting me a belly. I don't know if the dad bod's still in the style or not, but it's just coming on there. I literally ate a fucking box of cake, like a container. I don't know, goddamn, probably like 6 inch. No, not that big. Probably 5 inches by 5 inches by 5 inches. It's pretty like a square. Big fucking container of cake. I just bought it yesterday. Yeah, yesterday afternoon. And I ate goddamn part of it on the way home. And then I ate the half of it last night and then another fucking half today. I just finished it off there this evening. Chocolate cake, buddy. Like chocolate fucking icing on top and on the bottom. And oh, God, it was good. So good. Chocolate. I really love chocolate. I love chocolate and peanut butter. And so there's the chocolate, get into the heart. Women love chocolate. It's, I don't know. It's got some romantic qualities or some shit about it. I don't know. Now I've also been wanting to, I have had some temptations with, porn, I guess, and sex and stuff. That'd be the corruption inside there or whatever. It's temptation. I say corruption. It's really just, it's temptation that I have to learn to control. And, you're going to be tempted. You're going to be teased and tempted by life. And I know this, the more that I resist, the more it teases and tempts me. It changes it up. It doesn't just throw porn ads at me. It'll throw goddamn, I don't know, beautiful women in front of me or something, like stronger temptations and stuff. So, your development on becoming a man of God depends on how much self-control you're going to have of yourself. How much self-control you have within you. Discipline to resist that temptation. That's a worldly desire, and that will tempt you away from your goal, from becoming yourself and reaching your full potential. Just got done talking to a buddy and had a great, amazing connection with him where I was just able to feel and see into his heart and what was going on in his life. He's kind of on the same journey I am. Me and him connect very well. God brought me and him together in middle school in 7th grade. And we've just always had this natural connection with one another, Hell, we went years and stuff without talking. But I don't know, we've never had any issues. We just always connected really well, just great friends. Okay. So, and that was just through text message, you know. You can connect with people through technology, very much so. Or you don't have to have technology. You can connect with people without technology, but technology is helping us to actually see our connections. It's kind of bringing a spiritual connection into a physical realm. So that's helping more and more people to kind of understand that, I guess. You know, I've talked about before how the heart, you can be connected with somebody in China or somebody on the other side of the world. Your hearts can be directly connected, and you can have a very strong influence on each other's behaviors and thoughts and everything, your lifestyle. If you love one another and you're always say you're thinking about each other or something, that's influences you. So if you know you love somebody and they're away from you and you say you want to be together or something, you desire to be together, you think about one another, you can feel each other in your hearts. Okay. I think that's a wonderful thing. That's beautiful. I mean, if more people actually understood that and was able to feel into that energy, they would not feel a need to be physically attached. You know, physical attachment is worldly pleasure, and it's wonderful. There's nothing wrong with it. That's a important part of this life that we live here on Earth in the world. Our existence, our physical existence, the worldly pleasure is part of it. Okay, but when worldly pleasure has control over you, that's addiction. You know, if you give in to your worldly pleasure and you're not satisfying your mind or your heart's desires, you know, you're not getting where you want to be in life. That's because you're addicted to worldly desires or pleasures. You have not stepped into God, into your own God. You have not found God yet. So you got weakness inside of you. You got to discipline yourself and step up into your power, your spiritual power. So there has to be worldly discipline as well as spiritual discipline. See, me, I found my spiritual power 2.5 years ago, but I had no spiritual discipline at all. And I just completely let my power out on everybody. And I hurt a lot of people. I kind of destroyed the world. My world, the world around me. I kind of destroyed it. Just by speaking the truth, you know, with no filter, no discipline, no control. I just let it out freely. You know, the monster inside of me, I let it out freely to roam and destroy all what the Bible would call sin, sinful ways, and corruption and evil. It's not that it's corruption and evil, it's just comes from the feminine nature. The Bible comes from the masculine nature, God, who has never been hurt. God never had his heart ripped open before until he sent his love to the world, sent Christ to the world, and Christ was physically ripped open. We gouged him and ripped him open and everything and crucified him. Okay, so that was us ripping God's heart to pieces, shredding it to pieces. All right, and then he was able to maintain that. That did not hurt God one single bit because, well, his love was in the form of man. Okay, so I went through this process myself with my love, with my ex. She was my heart, and I cut at her and chopped at her, and I basically crucified her, trying to cut the evil out of her. Okay, so I could say that she was Christ. You know, she was Christ. She was my own heart. I crucified my own heart. God crucified his own heart to save humanity. That's what a lot of people don't understand. There's really no difference between humanity and God. They're pretty much one and the same. Two reflections of each other, you know. So God did not realize this at the time. He looked at humanity as being separate from himself. Just like I looked at my ex as being separate from myself. I saw her evils as being her and her evils. It had nothing to do with me. It was her wickedness. So I sent my own love, Christ, to persecute her. And I've done with her what Christ done with the world. He cut and chopped and said, hey, you're doing this and that and the other and blah, blah, blah. And eventually she got tired of it. And she crucified me back. She ripped my heart into a million pieces. She went out and fucked a bunch of other guys and got with other people and then come back and told me all about it. And she told me the truth. See, I spoke the truth plainly and straight to her, and it hurt her and ripped her to pieces. So that was her being Christ and me crucifying her. Well, then I got the same thing come back to me, come back on me. Okay. And this happens with Christ. So Christ did not feel the physical pain because he was connected to God. He was not in his body, he was in his spirit until his spirit left him. On the cross, his spirit left him and he says, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? Okay, well, I was with God. I didn't feel no pain or nothing when I was getting on to my ex and disciplining her and stuff. I felt my own struggles and everything, but I did not feel the emotional pain that I was causing her, okay? I could literally feel her physical pains. Like she got something in her eye one time and my fucking eye hurt. And we wasn't even living together at this point. She'd done moved out. But that happened other times as well. Like I could feel her physical ailments and pains and stuff. Like she didn't eat properly and take care of her body. And I was always telling her she needed to eat and take care of her body right, I could just feel it. I don't know. I knew it wasn't right. I could feel when she was off with other people doing things behind my back. Physically doing things that she shouldn't have been doing. I'm not even talking about having sex. I literally just mean like she told me she would go hang out with her friends and instead of going to work. She come back and told me this months later. So I could feel that stuff. And we crucified each other, basically. I mean, I crucified her, and by crucifying her, I crucified myself. I didn't realize it, but she was my heart because I asked her to marry me. We got married, as it says in the Bible. When two people get married, they become of one flesh. So she become my heart, and I become her head. So whenever we went separate ways, my fucking heart suffered bad. All that pain and shit come back in on my heart. And I laid around in misery and depression and just highs and lows and just, I didn't have energy to get out and do a goddamn thing. It was as if she had tons of fucking energy when she first left me. It was like she stole my power and my energy, God energy from me. And she went out and done all the stuff she done and was just almighty and powerful. Okay. But she lost her head. She didn't have no mind no more. So I was her brain. And she didn't have no fucking mind. She wasn't smart. She blew her money. She spent her money on dumb shit. She dated fucking idiot guys who just used her. Didn't care about her at all. They was just using her. She had vehicle issues, one after the other. So, I mean, I had heart issues. I also had head issues too, because it sent my mind sent my whole entire fucking body into chaos. Okay, and I'm sure it was the same with her too. I know it was. I watched her go through fucking all kinds of shit as well. So, and I don't know, I hope y'all aren't bored of hearing about her, because I don't know why you would be. That is the reason that I understand the Bible so well and know everything that I know is because of her and everything that I've been through with her. Okay, so it has nothing to do with her as much as it does the spiritual process of life. The Bible, understanding life and how things work, okay? Understanding my own heart, my own mind, my own guts, my own sexual organs, my own foundation, okay? My own voice, my own throat chakra, my chakras, if you want to go off chakra points. This process is everywhere you look. It's in all religions. It's in all people. The growth and development of life, a sperm cell traveling up through the uterus to the egg, and then splitting and dividing into two and then four, and then developing into a full-blown baby who becomes too big for its world, and it basically is living in the Garden of Eden in the womb of the mother, and then it is birthed out into life, into chaos, this chaotic, fucking crazy physical world we have here. Same thing with the goddamn sperm cell. It's just living and all happy and everything, and then the serpent whispers in its goddamn ears, in your sexual organs, and it says, "Hey, buddy, there's some enjoyment and pleasure over here. Come, enjoy it. It's knowledge. You'll learn from this experience." And you do. You learn from child bearing, raising children. It's a very knowledgeable or teaching experience, I have learned what most people learn in fucking 20 years of raising their kids, or a lifetime of raising their kids. I have learned all about that because of my ex. I went through the whole goddamn process with her. God, that was my purpose in life, to go through all that in a very short, crammed, jam-packed, fucking timely manner. Why? Because God needs help. Life needs help. Our life is desperately suffering. Our quality of life is degraded. Just bad degraded. I don't know if y'all hear me shitting or not, man. I've been eating a lot, like I said, so yeah. That bothers you? Sorry. I don't know. Embarrassed me a little bit, but hey, that's the fucking dark side of life. That's part of life, man. If you can't fucking face that, something like that, you ain't going to goddamn be able to face the fucking truth either. The truth has a light side, but it also has a dark side. Just like the Bible. It's got a light side and a dark side. It says in the Bible, Satan is I think it says Satan, if it refers to it as Satan, is God's sword. A double-edged sword of God, or something like that cuts people down. Okay, so it's just like it talks about the story of Job. Satan was roaming around like a lion and wanted to tempt Job, wanted to go at Job, test Job. And God said, okay, there you go. God's in control of everything, right? Okay, so God's in control of Satan. God was in control of the serpent in the Garden of Eden. God was the serpent. God is Satan. God is humanity. God is everything. So if you want to become godlike, you have to learn to be everything. That means you have to develop a knowledge and an understanding of everything. And I've been all of it, buddy. I've been an asshole. I've been a fucking piece of shit. I've been the good guy, the bad guy, God, Satan, the serpent. I tell people, buddy, I just told my friend, I said, hey, I'm delivering knowledge to you. I'm like the serpent in the Garden of Eden right now, delivering knowledge. I said, the choice is yours, the choice is yours. The only reason I was able to even do that is because he was already curious. His heart. He has a curiosity for knowledge, for becoming godlike. He's kind of like me. And the rest of the people like us. Independent. He's a very independent man. A lone wolf. He stands strong and fearless on his own. He doesn't need a crowd of people to blend in with. He doesn't want a crowd of people to blend in with. That's how I am. And hey, look at this shit. Oh, ain't that fucking wonderful. Look. Jigsaw puzzle I'm doing. Old fucking white wolf. Beautiful white wolf. Me and my ex started that. She wasn't able to finish it. She didn't finish it with me. That's not in her. She needs goddamn people. She never did learn to fucking think for herself. And I've tried explaining that to her. I don't know, maybe she will now. I mean, she's learning the goddamn hard way. Maybe she'll figure it out and open her mind up. I don't know. Not sure. Maybe she won't. That's on her. I don't know. I know she used to idolize me and said she wanted to be like me. So I think she will. I just don't know how long it'll take. I think she'll open her mind. She'll learn to see. She'll one day realize that I was honest with her and done the best I could and tried to, do right by her and stuff. I don't know when that day will be. Don't have a clue. She's smart. She's smart. She's very creative. She was just, she was young for one. It's not really an excuse. I say she's young because that is true, but that's only true in today's society because we're not raising kids properly to understand. They're not developing the way that they should. It's not natural for goddamn people to develop their minds in their goddamn 20s and 30s. That stuff should be developed when they're children. And we are stealing that development away from them by spoiling them and by, doing things for them instead of giving them chores and allowing them to work and to grow and develop their abilities, their minds and stuff. They goddamn struggle with homework a little bit, and our parents these days will just run over and they'll show them the answer. Be like, oh, well, this is the answer. They'll fucking tell it to them instead of making them sit there and figure it out for themselves. Instead of making them use this thing. Now they still need to use this thing too. That's the problem with school. School steals this away from you. It develops this, but it steals this. So that's why I love homeschooling. I'm all about homeschooling. The kids need freedom. They don't need to be sitting in a class 8 fucking hours a day. Okay? They need some time for developing their minds, but they also need a lot of time for developing their body. They have their whole body and their physical abilities they need to develop before they fucking develop this thing, or at the same time. I could say before the same time. Really, they got to develop their goddamn body first. Just like a baby. It's going to learn to, I say first. It really is all at the same fucking time. Because a baby develops its body, but as it's developing its body, it's also developing its mind. Because it's learning. It's learning how to move its body and stuff. It's learning how to gain control of its head and of its limbs and stuff. Learning how to crawl and then to walk. So, and then somewhere along the way, we divide these things up. We set them down in the classroom and say, it's time to develop this thing. And we turn this thing off. Well, then we give them 30 minutes of recess and we say, okay, go play, let your heart out for 30 minutes. And then we put them right back in the goddamn classroom. Shut that thing off, open this thing up. That's some bullshit, dude. They can do both at the same time. They need to. They need to have this open and this open all at the same time. Their whole body needs to be engaged in everything they do all the time. When you divide yourself, when you put those dividing goddamn lines in yourself, that is not good. That's not proper discipline. That's not how you discipline yourself. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that making a child sit down and sit still for an hour or 2 hours is a bad thing. No, it's not a bad thing. It just needs to be, it doesn't need to be done the way that we're fucking doing it these days. I know this from personal experience. I've been in public school and I've been homeschooled. And homeschooling just tremendously allowed me to open up and become myself. And I actually found my full potential, or much more of my potential than I ever did in fucking public school. I never felt like I was able to be myself in public school and open up and really be who I am. I just didn't fit in. Maybe that's just, not everybody's that way, but I sure didn't. If you're a person of God, a man of God, or a woman of God, you're a black sheep. Okay, you're not part of a genuine crowd of people. So you got a different role in life. You have to learn. We need to learn when our children are this way. Everybody's unique. Everybody's truly unique. That's just one of the problems with society. We have dumbed everybody down and stolen their uniqueness. That's why we have so many people rebelling. And they do their makeup and their hair and all this other physical, worldly fucking shit. Because they're trying to find their own uniqueness again. Really and truly, you don't have to do any of that stuff to be unique. You just have to be yourself. But here's the thing. When you are being yourself, you're naturally going to do things like that. Because that's part of being yourself. That's part of uniting God, the Spirit, with the world, the flesh. Okay, which is the process of the Bible. And right now, I am coming through my heart. So in the world, I'm eating a lot. I have to learn to cook pleasurable meals for myself, but at the same time, they have to be healthy meals. For the most part, like I say, I ate a whole goddamn thing of cake, dude. I'm able to eat meat and stuff now. I'm able to eat things that I enjoy and that I like. And it's not fucking... I've had some ups and downs with it, okay? But it's not disrupting my connection to God the way that it used to, okay? It used to, it would have completely cut me off or something, but it's not doing that anymore. So I kind of conquered that aspect of myself, purified my stomach out and everything. There's not really any evil inside my stomach anymore. Still some evil and darkness in my heart, but that's okay. We're building up. So my foundation is built. My second and third chakras are built and solid. Okay, and now I'm in my fourth chakra. So we're working through it right now. We're building. I'm building myself up to the pinnacle. Okay, the pinnacle is your crown of your head. It's your crown chakra. So I got my heart here. I think my solar plexus. I think it's here, maybe here, some fucking where in here. I don't know. To me, it ought to be here. This is your fucking heart, where your heart's at, but it might be here on the spiritual body. Somewhere in there, okay? Your throat chakra, I don't know what it's called. We'll find out when I get there. I'll look it up for y'all. That's your voice and stuff, though. It's your voice and learning to speak and... really, I can't wait for that one. I am excited for that one because that means I'll be able to communicate to people the way that I want to be able to communicate. Have a strong, confident, firm voice and know what I'm saying and what I want to say and say it right. Once I get through my heart, that's going to allow me to connect with the world, connect with people. And then my voice, developing my voice is going to be the next thing. So speaking with people, connecting with people through words and everything. Just excites me. It all excites me, man. I love it, man. And then you got your third eye chakra in there. That is tremendous enlightenment when you open that one up, get it fully awakened. The last time was weird. I don't know how exactly it worked. It was as if all this from here to here just burst open all at once. I felt it somewhere in here. It opened up. There was a big major opening. And it was like my heart and my head just connected. And when my heart and my head connected, I literally felt it. Like I felt it in here, like floodgates open. My heart and my head connected. And my third eye opened. It was like suddenly, dude, I could see everything so perfectly clearly. And I could feel energy so clearly, man. And it's just amazing. It is, whew, it's truly amazing. It's love. It's pure love, man. Insight, wisdom, knowledge. I mean, it's just... power, God, man, it's like you become God. You do, godlike. It's just like in Revelation, it says you become godlike. And I did. I walked around and I said, I am God, basically. Like there is a bigger God, okay? There's always a bigger God. Doesn't matter how big you get. There's always a bigger God, okay? That's just a fact. That's the truth. Okay, that's the way it is. But still yet, I was God. I was connected to that bigger God, that eternal, infinite God. So if you want to say that one God of existence, of life, well, that God is infinite. Never stops. Like there's no ends, there's no bounds. And I connected to that. I mean, I was purely infinite, buddy. I could come up with any goddamn thing. I had wisdom and knowledge out the ass, but it was just flowing, overflowing, man. There was no stopping it. It was everywhere. Okay, it's inside of all of us. It is. Because we all go through that whole entire journey of life, that process. From a sperm cell all the way up to the billions or trillions or however many fucking cells are in a body. It's probably way more than that. I don't even know if you can put a number on it. How many atoms make up the body? You know, I don't think we can put a fucking number on it. That's like an infinite, crazy, I would say an infinite number. For one, cells are always dying and being reborn, and atoms are probably the same way. So they're constantly being generated. So that's like infinite. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. Of course, who the hell wouldn't, man? That was incredible. But it was just being myself, though. I connected to my true self, who I really was, and I became the person that I wanted to be. That's why I say God is you. It's who you already are. It's like not somebody outside of you. It's you. You are God. You're God. You are your own God. In the Bible, it refers to, it says the God of Jacob and the God of Isaac and the God of so-and-so. Okay? Well, the God of you. Who is your God? You have to find him. You have to go through that process and find yourself. So, that's about all I got. I'm going to work on this puzzle here, see if I can't get this wolf put together. We got a beautiful white wolf, some snow-covered mountains, Rocky Mountains maybe, or something, I don't know. Some big mountains, definitely out west or somewhere else. They ain't no West Virginia Appalachian Mountains, that's for sure. Alaskan Mountains maybe. That'd be a good place. A wolf up in Alaska or something. Canada maybe. I don't fucking know. Who knows? Somewhere. I love y'all. See you next time.